15회 영어 듣기 말하기 모의고사 1번 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Before we begin, thank you for giving me your precious time.
No, thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. Now, let's begin. What is the secret of your success?
(2번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 마지막 말에 대한 남자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hi, Benjamin. It's so good to see you.
Hi, Lauren. I need to get fitted for my tuxedo.
Your tuxedo? Are you going somewhere special?
(3번) 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Barbara, how was your vacation?
It was pretty good. I got to do many things on my to-do list.
Like what? I'm eager to hear about it.
(4번) 다음을 듣고 남자가 하는 말의 목적으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
As you know, the International Film Festival is held in our city next week from March 10th to the 14th. During the festival, there will be a number of special events, including the screening of new movies and a big awards ceremony at the end. As in previous years, many foreign actors and directors will be coming here. Since most of the events and press interviews will be held in the central square, heavy traffic around the square is expected during the festival. Therefore, you are kindly requested to please use public transportation instead of your own car when passing by there. Thank you for your cooperation.
(5번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 의견으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Do you mind if I change the channel?
But the drama isn't over yet. We need to see the ending.
I know, just for a few minutes until these commercials are over.
Do you really hate them that much?
Yes, I don't want people continuously trying to sell me things.
I understand, but imagine there were no advertisements on television.
That would be great. I could just watch my favorite drama without being interrupted.
But where would the money to make the drama come from? How would they pay the famous actors who appear on it?
Okay, I see your point. Anyway, the show's about to start again.
(6번) 다음을 듣고 여자가 하는 말의 주제로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
As a professor at a law school, there was one question I heard during my class more than any other. Could you repeat the question, please? It usually came from students who had been staring at their laptop screens. I don't hear that question anymore, however, because I don't allow laptops in my classroom any longer. This forces my students to take notes by hand. Because it's a slower process, they must think about what they're hearing and write down what is most important. Students using laptops, on the other hand, can type my lectures word for word, but they don't really hear what I say. And even worse, they are easily distracted by email, instant messages, and the temptation to surf the internet.
(7번) 다음을 듣고 남자가 하는 말의 주제로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
When you come across a word you don't know, hang in there. You can often figure out the meaning of an unfamiliar word by using the words around it. The surrounding sentence or paragraph is known as the context. Take the word callous, for example. The sentence goes like this. Sue's husband was a callous man. He didn't react to her tears and apologies. From the context, you know that a callous man doesn't react to tears and apologies. Therefore, callous must mean insensitive to emotion. Next time you see a word you don't know, take a minute to reread the context, or the words around it. You just might find the clue you need to figure out what the word means.
(8번) 대화를 듣고 두 사람의 관계를 가장 잘 나타낸 것을 고르시오.
Excuse me, but how much longer will we be?
We're about an hour and 30 minutes outside of Seoul.
This has been such a long flight. I really admire you and your staff.
Well, thank you. But we are used to it. And are you enjoying it so far?
Yes, it hasn't been as bad as I expected. Actually, it's been rather comfortable. And the meal you served was excellent.
I'm pleased. Is there anything else I can get you right now?
I'd like to take a nap. Do you have an extra blanket and pillow?
Of course. I'll get them for you right away. Anything else?
No, that's all. I don't want to trouble you.
(9번) 대화를 듣고 그림에서 대화의 내용과 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
Hello?
Hi, Stephen, it's me. Did you pack that suitcase for my trip?
Yes, I did. I can't believe you have to go to Shanghai tonight.
I know, me too. Did you pack the skirts I asked you to?
Yes, I packed the black skirt with white dots and the skirt with flower patterns.
Did you also pack the shoes I asked you about?
Yes, I packed your gym shoes and your high heels.
Great. And what about the shirts I mentioned?
I put them in the suitcase too. There are 2 short-sleeved shirts with collars.
That's wonderful. Can you do one more thing for me? Can you also add a guidebook?
Sure, no problem, honey. I already put it in your suitcase.
(10번) 대화를 듣고 남자가 여자를 위해 할 일로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hey, Karen, do you want to go to dinner together tonight?
Dinner? Where?
I want to try that new Italian restaurant down the road.
Sorry, that place is too expensive for me. I'm nearly broke.
Oh, are you having money problems?
Sort of. I just spent it too quickly. I never seem to save any.
I used to have the same problem, but then I read a really great book.
What kind of book?
It was written by a millionaire. He explains his secrets of saving money.
That's exactly what I need. Can I borrow it sometime?
Sure, I can bring it to class tomorrow.
Great. Maybe after I read it, I'll be able to buy dinner for both of us.
I'm looking forward to it.
(11번) 대화를 듣고 여자가 남자에게 부탁한 일로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
I don't know if I can finish writing my report on time.
When is it due?
It's due first thing Monday morning, so I should go to the office to work.
Do you need a ride to the office?
No thanks, but can you stay with the kids for me?
Gosh, I don't know because I was supposed to go to Justin's place to watch the basketball game.
Just ask Justin to come over and watch it at our place.
You know it's not just Justin. All the guys are going to be there.
Then they can all come. I think you can look after the kids while you watch the game with your friends.
Okay, I'll do it for you. I'll call the guys right now.
Thank you so much.
(12번) 대화를 듣고 여자가 정장을 환불하려는 이유를 고르시오.
Hey, how do you like my new suit?
Wow, it looks great. It must be very expensive.
I'm glad you like it. It was 50% off.
Wait, where did you buy this suit?
I bought it at Hilton Suits. Why? What's wrong?
There is a big hole right here on the shoulder. See it?
Oh, no. You're right. I can't believe I didn't see that when I bought the suit.
I think you'd better take it back and exchange it or get a refund.
I know. I can get a refund for it because I still have the receipt.
So, what will you wear to the wedding next weekend?
I guess I will have to find something else. Can you go with me to get a refund for it and buy another suit?
Okay, I have lots of free time.
(13번) 대화를 듣고 발표에 관해 두 사람이 언급하지 않은 것을 고르시오.
What are you working on?
I'm working on my presentation for English class. I want it done by Friday.
That's kind of early, isn't it?
Yes, but I like to get things done early.
That's good. Then you can rest later. So, what do you have to do?
Well, we have to research an author and give a presentation in class.
Wow. So, who did you choose?
Charles Dickens? We had to use 2 books as references, and my dad has a lot of books about Dickens.
That sounds really challenging.
It's not too bad. It's just a 6 or 7 minute presentation, and it's a group project. 2 of my friends and I are doing it together.
Oh, that's better. Good luck.
Thanks.
(14번) 대화를 듣고 남자가 지불할 금액을 고르시오.
Excuse me, I'd like to check out.
Of course. May I ask your name?
I'm Mr. Rice. I was staying in room 102.
Let's see. It's $50 a night, and you stayed here for 2 nights, correct?
Actually, I was here for 3 nights.
Oh, my mistake. And were you satisfied with everything?
Well, I was a bit disappointed.
I'm sorry. What was the problem?
I'm afraid the staff didn't do a very good job of cleaning my room.
I'm sorry about that. I'll speak to them and make sure this doesn't happen again. Please let me give you a 10% discount as an apology.
Okay, I appreciate that.
(15번) 터보에 관한 다음 내용을 듣고 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
Eastern Motors is proud to introduce its newest automobile, the Turbo 3000. The Turbo is one of the most affordable cars ever made, with an average cost of less than $5,000. It is also very economical. The Turbo can travel twice as far as most cars on a liter of gasoline. The Turbo also meets a strict international environmental standards for automobile emissions. This means it causes less air pollution. It is available in 2 styles, a 2-door sedan and a 4-door sedan. There are also 7 different colors to choose from. It will be available for purchase starting in January of next year.
(16번) 색깔에 관한 다음 내용을 듣고 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
Colors often have a surprising effect on the way we think. Researchers have found that people tend to behave differently around some colors than around others. For example, red often makes people more emotional. It usually makes people breathe more quickly, and people also tend to eat more in red rooms. Blue, on the other hand, is calming. People in blue rooms are likely to be productive and perform well in a relaxed way. Yet, people tend to eat less when around blue. However, yellow is a color with mixed effects. It is tiring for the eye, but also stimulates the brain to help you concentrate. The color brown makes people feel secure and comfortable.
17번. 다음 표를 보면서 대화를 듣고 여자가 선택할 여행 상품을 고르시오.
What's that? Are you thinking of going on a cruise?
This isn't for me. It's for my parents. It's their 30th wedding anniversary next month.
You're going to buy them tickets for a cruise? That's a big gift.
Yes, my two sisters and I are each putting in $1,000.
So you can afford any of these trips except that one.
That's right. But I want to get one that's at least a week long.
I see. That looks like a good one, and it stops in the Bahamas.
My parents have already been to the Bahamas. They're more interested in Jamaica.
Then how about this one? It's for 7 days, and the price is very reasonable.
But it only goes to Jamaica. It could be boring to stay in one place for several days.
That makes sense. So, since you have enough money, this one would be the best.
Yes, I think that's the one I should get them tickets for.
(18번) 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Have you seen that new movie about aliens from outer space?
No, I don't like that kind of movie.
Really? Why is that?
Well, they just seem so childish and ridiculous.
This movie actually won 4 Academy Awards.
Is that right? Well, it must be a pretty good movie then.
Yes, my friend Matthew saw it last week and said it was great.
Really? That kind of film is usually not good.
I heard that it is a science fiction movie, but it is sad, romantic, and very moving.
That sounds interesting. I'll have to see that movie later.
(19번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 마지막 말에 대한 남자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Are you almost ready to go out, dear?
Almost, Mom, but I can't seem to find my favorite sweater.
It's in the top drawer of your dresser. I put it there this morning.
I wish you wouldn't move my stuff. No wonder I can't find anything.
You should organize your room instead of complaining that I clean up after you.
I clean my room regularly.
But you left that sweater lying on the floor when you got changed after school the other day.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
Well, it's okay. But I really hope it won't happen again.
(20번) 다음 상황 설명을 듣고 엠마가 로베르토에게 할 말로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Emma has been tutoring Roberto in English for the past 2 months. They needed a place to meet, so Roberto suggested a nearby coffee shop that he liked to visit. At first, it was an ideal spot. It was quiet, and there weren't many people, so they could easily practice speaking and listening. But a few weeks ago, a couple of Roberto's friends started working part-time at the coffee shop. They often stop by the table during Roberto's lessons and chat with him. Emma is worried that he is becoming distracted and can't concentrate on the lessons well. In this situation, what would Emma most likely say to Roberto?
(21번부터 22번까지는 2번 들려줍니다. 21번과 22번 다음을 듣고 물음에 답하시오.
The strange animal in this picture may look like something from a fantasy movie, but it's a real bird. This is a painting of a dodo, the subject of tonight's episode of Amazing Animals. Unfortunately, dodos are now extinct. No photos of these birds exist because the last dodo died sometime around 1681. When they lived, dodos were only found on a small island in the Indian Ocean, where they didn't have any enemies. For this reason, they failed to develop any natural defenses. They were slow and awkward when they walked, and they couldn't even fly for short distances. All of this, unfortunately, made them easy prey when Dutch ships landed on the island. The hungry sailors eagerly hunted the dodos for food. Even worse, they brought dogs, pigs, and cats to the island. These animals also saw the dodos as an easy source of food. In the end, it was a classic environmental disaster. However, there's a lot we can learn from this situation.
다시 한번 듣겠습니다.
The strange animal in this picture may look like something from a fantasy movie, but it's a real bird. This is a painting of a dodo, the subject of tonight's episode of Amazing Animals. Unfortunately, dodos are now extinct. No photos of these birds exist because the last dodo died sometime around 1681. When they lived, dodos were only found on a small island in the Indian Ocean, where they didn't have any enemies. For this reason, they failed to develop any natural defenses. They were slow and awkward when they walked, and they couldn't even fly for short distances. All of this, unfortunately, made them easy prey when Dutch ships landed on the island. The hungry sailors eagerly hunted the dodos for food. Even worse, they brought dogs, pigs, and cats to the island. These animals also saw the dodos as an easy source of food. In the end, it was a classic environmental disaster. However, there's a lot we can learn from this situation.
21번. 남자가 하는 말의 주제로 가장 적절한 것은? (22번) 도도새에 관해 언급되지 않은 것은?